Hi everybody. I just realized while editing the video I didn't have an intro or an outro, and so I'm going to create it now. In this video I'm going to be talking about entry requirements on how to travel to Turkey as of 2022, and I'll make sure I give you some helpful information so you stay up to date with current situations. So I kind of made a video like this in the past, but I had some of the most important tips in separate videos. So what I thought is I'll take most of the important information and put them all in one video. I hope this really helps you guys. All right, so anyways, let's get on with the video.
So let's go. Heaven is worth fighting for, you know. I've been standing right next to you. Oh, I know it won't be easy, but it's true.
I'm actually at the ancient city of Patara. I made a video about it. I'm gonna put the link right up here if you want to watch that. But today I want to go check out Patara Beach, which I believe it's one of the most beautiful beaches I've seen because it's large. It has a couple of kilometers of sand dunes in the desert. It leads to the beach and it opens up to this beautiful location. I'm gonna fly the drone there. But as you can see, I am in Patara ancient city. So if you want to watch my other vlog, I'll put the link above there. Let's head to the beach and I'll show you where the path is. So this path basically at the end of the beach where the harbor street is, and it leads you to the beach. Guys, I'm actually in like a middle of a sand dune. It's a couple of kilometers long. It's beautiful. You gotta bring your family or just come solo here. Number one, if you're from the States or Canada or other regions of the world, you're gonna need a visa. You could get a visa on arrival depending on where you're from. I do recommend e-visa. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's much worth it because you don't have to wait for a lineup for hours at the airport. If you're coming from Europe, you do not need a visa. You just need to show your passport if I'm correct. Get yourself the HES code. The HES code you're gonna need to apply for within 72 hours of entering Turkey. And what that means is don't do it too early, don't do it too late. I did it within 48 hours just to make sure I'm in the green zone. But if your flight is canceled or delayed, it's okay, they're still accepted because they could have a record of all the flights. So HES code. Airheart.com. Airheart.com. It will give you all the information you need to know depending on what region you're coming from and whether you're vaccinated or not. You could leave your destination and where you're flying from, and it will tell you information accordingly. And also you could filter it by whether you're vaccinated or you're not vaccinated. So it's a very important website. I would always take a look at that first before applying for a visa or before even applying for your HES code. First, make sure you have entry into the country. That website can be used not only for Turkey, but for other countries as well. The other thing is exchanging money. The best step I could tell you is don't exchange all your money at the airport once you arrive. Whether you got euros or dollars or any other currency at the airport, maybe try to just exchange about $75. That way you have enough money to get to your hotel room. Taxis usually are about $40 or $50 depending on where you're going from the airport to the center of Istanbul. And once you get to Istanbul, look for the best currency exchange at the Grand Bazaar. The Grand Bazaar, just because the people who are exchanging money there, they're competing with each other and they'll try to get you the best rate they can. And some of them have no commission. So look for some of the best ones in the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul. That's the best way to get your currency exchange. Although, let's get to the second part, debit cards. If you want the best value for your money while you're exchanging, do it by debit card, not by credit cards. Get yourself a debit card, and what you want to do, look for ATMs such as ING or Halkbank. These two, with my experiences, they never took commission and there was no extra charge from my own bank. So for every $100 I took out, they would only charge me about $3 back home. But the Turkish bank did not charge me anything. And just a bonus tip, make sure you have 2 debit cards or multiple debit cards. In case you lose one, you could transfer money to your other one. Now, if you already arrived to Turkey and you happen to lose your debit card or it's stolen, what you want to do is first call your bank, and second, get yourself money sent online to a Western Union. Now, Western Union takes some commission and so does your bank, so you're gonna lose a lot of money. That's why I recommend 2 debit cards, always.
It brings back the feeling that I can reach the dark now, even if I don't know how. It brings back the feeling that even if it all goes down, in the end I'll be alright. It brings back the feeling, yeah. It brings back the
Now, whether you're arriving or departing from Istanbul, there is actually a COVID testing center where you could also get your tests and your results, usually within the same day, depending on which test you take. So there is one at the airport in Istanbul, whether you're departing or arriving. And for myself, since I'm a Canadian, rules have changed. If I'm leaving from Turkey back to Canada, let's say one day, I'd have to get myself a test, and I would do it on the same day at the Istanbul airport. If you're not vaccinated and you're arriving in Turkey, you'll need to provide a COVID test before your departure towards Turkey. Quarantine at the moment, it is not required. But if you do test positive on your COVID test, you will be quarantined at a government provided accommodation, and all expenses will be paid by you, not the government. For most countries right now, if you're exiting Turkey and you're returning home, you will be probably needing a COVID test. Where you could do that is at the airport. And at the airport, there are COVID test centers. Whether you're arriving or departing, there are centers where you could pay. You could get your test results within the same day, sometimes within 15 minutes, or sometimes within 48 hours, depending on what type of test you're taking. So the country that you're arriving to, it is up to them what type of test that they require. Drones. If you have a drone and you want to fly it in Turkey, I've never had an issue bringing it in at the airport. I always carry it in my carry-on, and I keep the batteries with me. Usually at the airport, they do require that you have the lithium batteries in your bag, not in your check-in, just because in case it catches on fire. So they always ask you to have it in your bag. But I've never had an issue traveling with a drone, whether domestic or coming into Turkey. And it's been checked multiple times and they've seen it. I've actually flown my drone in front of a police officer in Marmaris, and he was okay with it. He was smoking a cigarette. So from my experience, drones are okay. Just do not do it in Istanbul. Istanbul, it's a big no-no there for drones. They have electromagnetic guns and they could shoot down your drone. This was the central bath. It's right here. Ancient. Let's go see what's in here. But this is what I love, guys, about Turkey. There's just so much to explore and wander around and see what it has to offer. This is just in person. You could just experience it yourself once you're here. I do recommend Patara for sure. Here's a great tip. If you're traveling to Turkey and you're landing in Istanbul, pack very lightly, because chances are you're gonna go to the Grand Bazaar and things are really cheap there. You could buy a lot of clothes for really cheap, and always try to bargain. It's never the final price. Get yourself whatever you need, shoes, jackets, clothes, dresses, whatever you need. But yes, pack very lightly and buy everything you need in Istanbul. It's a really fun place to go shopping because it's also very cheap. Myself, I came in with half a suitcase and I bought everything I needed in Istanbul. Here are some remnants of I believe this was the roof, either for the theater or something along these lines here. But it looks like it was the roof, or the entrance to a roof somewhere. And everything's just sitting here, waiting for you to come and kind of take a look at it. Beautiful. I'm not sure if you guys are into history, but Turkey is the spot. Greece, Turkey, Italy, but Turkey is underrated. Not many people know about all the historical sites over here. If you're coming here and you want to rent a car or a motorbike, a 50cc scooter, which is fine enough to just drive around Central, and you don't really require a license for it, but I do recommend that you have some experience riding a scooter or a motorbike. Now get yourself a 50cc. It's good enough. They go usually about 50 to 60 kilometers an hour. It's great uphill. If there's two people sitting on it, that's a different story. And if you want to rent a car, most areas, they do accept your license from Europe or Canada or the US. And if they do want your passport, I do recommend that you ask them if you could just drop a deposit instead. Always keep your passport with you. You might need it if you need to travel somewhere. And sometimes when you're on the road, there are these police officers, they check for everyone's passport to see where you're from. So always have your passport with you. And if you do require a deposit, just leave a deposit. So as you can see, it's starting to rain, but get yourself one of these things if you have a motorbike or if you just want to walk around the city. But anyways, it's raining really bad now, so I'm going to put it away. But the sun behind me looks beautiful out there, guys. Look at that. Not sure if you can see it. Wow, what a view. If you want to get yourself like mobile data, you could get that at the airport. So I'm actually in Kalkan right now on the way home, and I recommend Turkcell. I got 26 gigs of data for only $18. Anyways, this is Kalkan. Beautiful scene. It's really loud, but I hope you could hear everything I just said, because I wanted to make sure I get this view. Boom. Thank you for watching, and if you found that very helpful, please comment, like, subscribe below. It really helps my channel grow. Anyways, this is Ari signing out, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.